surging in today's trading session and on the back of fundamental news, and that is Hatsun Agro, because they reported their first quarter numbers yesterday. The stock is up 7%. It's on account of a couple of factors that these numbers look very good. One, the summer season. There was extreme heat wave. The company has been pushing on increasing its distribution for some of its value-added products, including the likes of ice cream. So that's aided the business, and gross margins have expanded both year-on-year and quarter-on-quarter as well. So to put numbers into perspective, 10.5% revenue growth is what the company has reported, 2,375 crores on top line. That has resulted in a 39% or 40% jump in the EBITDA, which has turned in from 238 crores to about 330 crores, with margins around that 14% mark versus 11%. So there's a near 200 basis points improvement out there, 300 basis points improvement. The net profit up by 63% as well. The gross margins, both year-on-year and quarter-on-quarter, they've seen an improvement. In fact, this is the highest gross margins that we've seen in the last many quarters for the company itself. And why are these margins better at a time when milk procurement prices may be going up? Well, because the management had told CNBC-TV18 earlier that they have prepared well for summer. They're sitting on enough stock. They target 15 to 20% growth in sales in the next 2 years with improved margins. They had already guided for 100 to 150 basis points margin improvement, and value-added products, which a couple of years ago were around 25 to 30% of their sales, are now 35 to 40%. The only two things that we have to watch out for now is how milk procurement prices pan out for the entire industry, and secondly, whether they go ahead and reduce the debt that they had on their books to sub 500 crores by July 2025, as they had earlier guided. And taking note of these, moves on Hatsun Agro, a couple of other stocks are also buzzing around. So pull up something like a Parag Milk, which saw an uptick in yesterday's trading session somewhere in the middle of the day, and now as well has moved to the high point of trade. And the other one is Dodla Dairy, both of them at the high point of trade. The question is whether they benefit from improved margins or not as well, because both of them have higher milk procurement prices. So the reduction in margins may not be very well taken by the street for both Parag Milk and Dodla Dairy. Whereas for Hatsun Agro, they don't have to, depend a lot on procurement of milk from outside vendors. So let's see how that pans out.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Mangalam, for that. So all of those stocks are buzzing around today. We need to take a short break, but a quick